What the word is, D Phlo, man. Come on, man. Them Drop the Jewels boys back in the building, man. I see what's going on. D Phlo, you looking good, man. We knocking on episode 30.
Episode 30.
Most
Crazy.
definitely. Most definitely. I remember when we first chopped it up on episode 1, April the 1st, and to be where we at, to do what we doing, and still be able to do what we doing after almost 7-8 months. That ain't nothing but God grace and God mercy. And
see, you know something that's interesting is
talk to me.
We start the year on January 1st, but the year really starts like back in the day. They changed the beginning of the year. The real year starts on April 1st because that's where the time spring starts. Mm-hmm. Because why would a year start when it's cold? Everything's dying. Mm-hmm. A new year should start when everything's new. Everything's reborn again. Spring. So
when I met you, so everything was reborn. Everything was growing.
It was a new year.
It was a new year.
Beginning.
Most definitely. I see him and I feel that it was, because when I looked you in your eyes and I told you, I said, man, what we just did God work. And when you doing God work and you doing what God expect you to do and not what you want to do, God gonna find a way to elevate you. He gonna reach people that you least expected. He gonna bring your work ethic to another level, and he been doing that. And I ain't mad at him. I ain't doubting him. I ain't questioning him or nothing. I appreciate everything you doing, God. I just want to just say thank you, because I couldn't do it with you. I couldn't do it without you, and I had to know for sure I could do it with you. And everything that I went through, it was for a reason, and everything that I'm going through, it was for a reason, and everything that we reaching, it was for a reason, and every destination that we reach, it was for a reason. So everything that we did and had to go through to get to where we at, to this day, it was for a reason, and that's why I don't doubt why I had to go through what I had to go through. At least I experienced it early, so I don't make them decisions now. Right. And I see you got that killing your own kind.
For sure. Before we get into that, I agree with you. Like, you know, I went through a lot of shit in my life.
Most
and because
definitely.
of the things that I went through is the reason why I am who I am today. I'm prepared for what's to come. But I was going on the wrong path. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. But once, you know, I turned to God and started, you know, I was already figuring out my path, but I was still a little bit lost on it. But once I turned to God and I started accepting him, that's when I started to really understand my path, what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and where I'm going. I found my purpose. And the only way you're going to really find that is to turn to God. But it's not just turning to God. You got to work hard too. You have to be willing to work hard and change as a person to let things go. Because if you turn to God and you're not willing to do that, you're still not going to receive the blessing.
Most definitely. You miss one thing.
What's that?
You turn to God, willing to change, but then the most important thing, you got to change your mindset.
Right.
The mindset is everything.
Right. You have to be willing to change your mindset. Because a lot of people...
Because your mindset ain't going to change just on its own, D Phlo. Mm-hmm. You know, and one thing that God want to challenge a lot of people is when you stumble on something that ain't yours, when somebody drops something that ain't yours, when somebody drop their wallet, their money, or anything, he challenged you because you got the opportunity right there to do wrong or do right. Give it back to that person because that's not yours, or keep it and get man, because when you take something that ain't yours, you might prosper right then and there, but then you gonna go through everything losing.
Every time. Whenever you take something from somebody, it never lasts. No matter what it is, it never lasts. You get robbed for it. You lose it. You end up getting in trouble for it. You just don't know where it went. And whenever you steal something and you don't work hard for it, you don't appreciate it.
Come on,
you know, like if you steal a car, you can't go driving that car everywhere. So what is it really worth to you? You want to be able to hop in your whip that you worked hard for and drive it anywhere. Pull up to the club, pick up your girl. Do you think you want to be doing that shit in a hot car? It's but that's like with everything. When you steal something, you don't appreciate it. The only way you can really have something to be yours is to work hard for it.
Come on now.
For sure.
Yes,
but I definitely like the hoodie.
Most definitely, man.
Killing your own ain't gangster.
Come on now, D Phlo. You see what it's saying.
Yeah,
I like
that. So first of all, I like the font too. That shit dope. So killing your own ain't gangster. So what does that mean to you? What does killing your own ain't gangster mean to you?
Right here, D Phlo. This skin color. That skin color very important, man. No disrespect to no other race, but this right here is not against the white folks. We against our own kind. We at battle with ourselves. We at battle. This right here, we ain't at battle with nobody else, but we at battle with ourselves. And we killing, like I just told you, killing your own kind ain't killing your own people, killing anybody, just killing somebody. It ain't gangster. If I pull a gun on you, I might as well pull a gun on me. I ain't just killing you, I'm stopping a family tree. When I pull that trigger, when I release that bullet, when I shoot that gun, when I look you in your eyes, when I take your life, I'm not just killing you. I'm killing my family. I'm killing my kind. I'm not killing you. I'm just killing everything that we once could have built together. Killing your own ain't gangster. When you look and pull that barrel and you shoot that trigger and that bullet come out, you just killed the family. You just killed the generation. Well, you just killed opportunity. You just killed our future. You just killed a young, successful black man off a temporarily decision of misunderstanding. Well, you could just talk to that person and get to the bottom of it. And once you get to the bottom of it, give your brother a hug and say, I misunderstood. A lot of people go wrong in life, D Phlo, because they're afraid to step back and be the bigger person and say, you know what? If I kill him, I might as well kill me, because I'm stopping a family tree. The family tree, you got to look at it. When you take a life, that life you took, you got to give that person, that individual, 2 to 3 children that they're carrying. And if you take their life, you took 3 to 4 successful people, because you never know what his children could have been, because you took his life. If I point the gun at you, I might as well point it at me, because I'm going to do life and you going to lay down. You going to get dug in the grave. So we got to think about that, man. It's just not with just black folks. Just any crime, any color, any race. You don't want to kill your people. You don't want to kill your own kind. You don't want to kill nobody. You saw that 16-year-old just got life, 107 years, 107 years. He just got 107 years from killing somebody for attempted murder and taking a young man's life, just going to get his mama medicine. You don't want to be that person 107 years. You can't get your life back. The decision you make in life, it could cost you everything. I don't want to kill nobody. I'm sorry that I don't want to think like that, man. Let me take the bullet out. Let me take the clip out. Let me take the gun apart. I'm a man without a gun. I'm a stand without a gun. I can use my hands. I know I ain't going to do life, but if I shoot that trigger, if I pop that bullet, I'm going to do life. Because, come on, man, when you have that gun in your hand, you ain't a man. That gun only make you feel like a man because you got 32 bullets in that clip. Come on, D Phlo. I don't want that 16-year-old got 107 years.
That's crazy.
107 years. He killed a young man just gonna walk to the store to get his mother medicine. And he got attempted murder because he was shooting reckless. And he don't have no reason why he killed that person.
He has no reason.
No, he never even mentioned why. Come on, man. D Phlo, temporarily decision could cost you everything. It hurt me to see my own kind. It hurt me to see my own kind. Why you gonna take your people? Why you gonna hurt somebody? Don't kill nobody. Don't even pull a trigger. Don't even carry the gun. The gun is the enemy. The gun is the devil. When you pull that trigger, when you got that gun back, when you shoot that bullet, when you look that man in the eyes, you just not hurting you. You're not just hurting his family, but you're stopping the family tree. I'm sorry, but I can't face the time. I did the crime, but I can't face the time. I don't want to do no day. I don't want to do years, but when you made that decision, everything that you once worked for, all into the white people hands.
But not for sure. It's like when you look at it from God's perspective, God put us all here for a reason. It's not just us that have put here for a reason. Everybody looks at it like that. Everybody was put here for a reason. So if you kill somebody, you take away their reason for being here. And you know how many people are affected by that person's life? How many people they could have touched and changed? Not just their kids, but just the people around them. How many? Maybe right now they're on the streets. Maybe they would have turned their life around if they hadn't gotten killed. And they would have ended up being somebody and doing something powerful. Could have been the next president, the next senator, the next person who made some sort of invention. You never know what somebody who would have motivated the world. And you took that away. God put them here for a reason. So when you take someone's life, you're not just taking their life away. You're taking away their whole reason for being here. You're taking their kids' reasons for being here. There's kids being here. You just like you said, you cut off their whole family tree. And for their family, for his part of the family, gone. That's hundreds of people over time from that one death that you did. That was a decision that you made. So I feel like you have to take this into consideration. Now the question is, why do people kill? Like, because there's a lot of situations where people don't have much of a choice. I feel like if somebody comes up on me and I'm doing my shit, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And somebody comes up on me on some bullshit, and I feel like I have to defend myself by killing them, I'm going to do that. No, I don't care who it is.
That's self-defense.
That's self-defense, right? So I feel like we have to make a very important discretion on what like when is it okay to kill? Because you don't just lay down and let people kill you. You know what I'm saying? But the problem with killing is if you're going to go kill somebody for revenge and the offense, like you're going up to them with the intention to kill, that is never okay. I don't care what you got going on in your life. There is never a time that you should be the one going over to kill somebody. If they're coming to you and you have to defend yourself, that's one thing. But you should never be on the offense when it comes to killing, period.
You know, D Phlo, to be honest with you, man, you know, our generation, this right here, this, we kill behind ex-girlfriends. We kill behind a person playing with our name. We kill behind a person just playing with our integrity. We kill behind a person playing with our children. We kill behind a person playing with our girlfriends, our cause. But we got to understand this, man. A lot of them things we killing behind ain't worth killing behind.
For sure.
You know.
So let me ask you this.
Talk to me.
Why do you think that it happens? Like, what is the reason, the root cause, the reason why this happens?
Why people kill each other? Why black on black kill?
Specifically.
That's very important. Let's get to that.
Let's get into that.
That's the reason why I'm wearing this hoodie, because killing your own kind, killing your own ain't gangster. It ain't just killing your own kind, but killing anybody ain't gangster. But we got to get to the root. It's just that hoodie is killing your own black folks. That's what that means. And it ain't gangster. We kill each other because he looked at us wrong. We kill each other because we feel threatened by him. We kill each other because he got motion. We kill each other because he doing his thing. We kill each other because he better. We kill each other because he got a bigger house, a better car. We killing each other. We got that hate in our heart, so we decide we want to kill because we don't want to see them better than us. But killing our own kind ain't gangster. Killing anybody ain't gangster. I'm going to try to tell you, if he win and go get better, if he beating you, then just learn to be better. If he getting more, then you learn to get up your craft. See, black folks don't like to lose. They don't like to lose. But when, I'm going to tell you, D Phlo, I was losing all my life. People was doing better than me. And I said, you know what? The easiest way is jacking them. The hardest way is by putting in the work and passing them. So what's more important, Desmond? Jacking them and losing the rest of your days of your life because you're going to get caught, or lose your life, or putting in that work and passing them. And I say, you know what? Let me go past them. Killing your own kind ain't gangster.
Right. I mean, I feel like
Come on now, D
root
Phlo,
cause.
talk to me,
I'm gonna
baby.
get deep with this one.
Talk to me,
The
baby.
root. I feel like just
You
from my
got on that
perspective.
damn killing your own kind.
Right. I mean, first
Come
of all,
on,
I want to
man.
say. First of all, I want to say.
Hey, I really appreciate you weighing that
Oh, yeah, for
because
sure.
they in your race, in your race, you don't have that type of situation.
No.
You don't have that. So to see my brother, to see my man, where this black culture, this hoodie, and tap in, and just to let it don't matter what race you is all over the world, they need to see this. It don't matter if you white, black, Mexican, or whatever it is, killing anybody ain't cool.
Well, I mean, from my perspective, I'm a human and you're a human and we are our own. Like, we're the same. We're both the human race. I don't see race. So when I say killing your own, and from my perspective, it's anybody. And white people do kill. And the truth of the matter is, they don't put it on the news as much. They don't. When a white man gets killed by the police or a white man does a shooting, you don't hear about it as much unless it's a school shooting. And that's for a reason. And that's what I want to get into. It's about loving yourself. The reason why I feel like a lot of this stuff is going on, if you break it all the way down to root cause, it has to do with loving yourself. And this isn't a choice. This is, in my opinion, is institutionalized racism. This world is creating a way to make the black community feel a certain way, not love themselves properly, by always trying to make it seem like, a lot of people feel like white people have this advantage and things like that. So by making it seem like white people have some kind of advantage, what does it make the black community feel like? If the black community feels like white people get more opportunities, then how does it make people feel? Growing up in the hood, having, because I've lived in the hood a lot too. When you go to the grocery store, the food's different. Like where we live now. We go to H-E-B, but you go to the stores in the hood where you don't have a lot of money. That shit is not good food. You know what I'm saying?
I already know this.
They put all kind of stuff in there.
People,
but how does that make you feel?
I'm telling people you go shop at Whole Food now. You know D Phlo. He don't shop in the hood store no more, man. He got that.
We done upgraded.
He go to that Whole Food.
But there's
it make a difference though.
Yeah, but like the food you eat controls the way you feel. So I'm trying to get to the root of why there's a problem with self-love.
A lot of that
just
bad food.
The food alone will make you feel a certain type. Will make you feel anxiety, make you want to make a move, do something violent.
All that stuff.
That's just the food. Now you want to get into this like the way the world makes people feel. Try to glorify white people and make it seem like black people always have to work harder. I feel like that's a bunch of bullshit. It needs to end. And the only way for it to end is to realize it's not true. The opportunities are there for the black community. There's so many successful black people out here doing their thing. Why should any black person feel like those opportunities aren't out there? So when I'm talking about self-love, if you love yourself more, you love your future more, you love where you're going in life more, you're not going to want to throw it away and kill someone. You see? And so that's for like, we need to work on that part. Loving yourself.
Loving yourself.
If you love yourself enough, why would you want to kill somebody else?
Come on,
you would never be on the offense to go to try to kill somebody if you love yourself enough. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if someone pulls up on you, you love yourself.
You love yourself enough to defend yourself, but you said it, man. It starts within the food. It starts within the environment. It starts with the area you in. It starts within the mindset you endure. So
what you believe about yourself.
What you believe about yourself.
In the world.
If you allow yourself to stay in that small area, that small place, that small mindset, then you ain't gonna never understand what life about. 2015, I had to make a decision. I was still staying in New Orleans working at Harris Casino, but I wanted a difference. I wanted to make a change. I wanted to get out that small mindset. So I moved to Houston with nothing. But I know if I trust and believe in God and I make a difference and I'm willing to put everything in it and I know that I got what it takes to be great, I know I was gonna change my mindset and not just my mindset, but the environment of everything. So killing your own kind just don't start with you pulling the trigger, but it starts within you loving yourself. That's what you said.
Yeah, I feel like that's like that's not the only root cause, but I feel like that's where it starts at. If you love yourself enough, you won't be worried about killing nobody. If you wouldn't be comparing yourself to nobody.
I gotta ask you one question, D Phlo. Right. Let's get into it a little deeper.
Yeah.
When do you feel it's right to kill somebody? That's tough because I want to know. Now, let's get to it. Let's be honest with you.
You know
Hold
what?
on. Let me say something. I got to say this because you is I must say, and you know you my brother, and I love you with everything, and I'll bust anybody's ass over you, but you is a white boy, right? And I'm a black man, and you's a white man. So when do you feel it's the right to kill? Because black people think different from what y'all think. So when do you feel it's right to kill? And I want you to ask me that question. When do you feel, Desmond, it's right to kill? And that your opinion and my opinion would never match because black folks think different.
Well, let's see. In my opinion, the only time it's right to kill is when when you feel at threat of your life.
All right.
If I'm in my house, and this goes even further when you have a family to defend. When somebody comes into your house and you don't know if they got a gun or you do know if they got a gun, whatever the case may be, if they came into your house with the intention to kill you and you feel threatened, I feel like you have every right to kill that person.
All right.
And the reason why is because if you don't, it's you or them.
All right.
I've known people who have been robbed and killed. I've known people who have been robbed and killed. And I feel like you should never lay down and let nobody kill you. But outside of that, I feel like, now I'll put it like this. I mean, if someone were to kill my son or something like that, well, best believe I'm going down too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I'll kill my own. I'll kill anybody. You know what I'm saying? But we're not even gonna put those hypotheticals out there because I hope that never something like that were to happen. If life goes normal and I don't have no extreme situations like that going on,
I must ask you now. This is where it's gonna get deep. This for the world to know. When you move around and when you doing things or when you out with your family, do you tote that pistol?
I do.
Most definitely.
I keep the gun on me at all times.
Okay.
But I've lived a life where I've seen a lot of things, and there's a lot of things that have happened to me, and I've had to defend myself in different situations. So I know that I have to keep. When you're somebody that, even when you're doing positive stuff like what we do, there's still people out there who might be jealous of you. All Jealousy is a real thing, and I'm well aware of it because I've been in situations that jealousy has caused people to die. And so jealousy is a real thing. So you got to keep your pistol on, especially when you got to value life. This is our life. This is what we got. Like, I believe that we come back or that we go to heaven or we are reincarnated. I believe that there's life after this life. But what if there's not? Right. What if this is our only life? Right. So we have to value that shit, period. Like, we have children that we have to raise. Like, we died today because we didn't have the pistol on us and something happened and we weren't able to defend ourselves. Keep that pistol on you. Right. But never, ever pull it out unless you have every intention to kill. And the only time that you should have intention to kill is when you're defending yourself. Because if you pull that strap and you don't intend to kill, you're the one who's gonna die. Best believe you pull that strap on the wrong person and you don't shoot them, they're gonna shoot you.
Where I'm from is either kill or be killed. That's the mindset New Orleans people have. Either kill or be killed. And when they say New Orleans, one of the New Orleans main thing is they say, I'd rather get caught with it than to get caught without it. Get caught with it, I'll go lay down and do the time. But get caught without it, I'm going to grave. I'm going to get dug 6 feet deep. See, people don't fail to realize you get dug 6 feet deep. When you go in and face that judge, you get 12 people going to indict you. So it's only 6 times 6 of 6 added with 6 of 6 subtracted from 6. If you don't want any of them 6s or nothing, be mindful of that thing you toting. Them bullets cost a lot. It's cheap to buy them, but it's expensive to shoot them. Remember that. It's cheap to buy them bullets. They making them bullets cheap for a reason because they love to see crime on crime, black on black crime. They selling them bullets. They selling them guns. It's easy to get them. I'm going to put them in my hand. It's easy to shoot that burner. It's easy to carry that burner. I'm going to be respected because I got that clip. I got that 30 round clip. I could take 30 lives. But when a judge catch me, when a police catch me, I don't want to say I did that because I'm afraid to face the time. No, you shot that trigger. You shot every bullet. You was reckless with that burner. Go lay down and do your time. time. Be a man. Be a man. Don't run from what you did. You should have never made that decision. You should have never took them people, them innocent people alive. You didn't love yourself. If you would have loved yourself, you would have put that gun down. You would have unloosed that clip. You would have shot them. Come on now. Don't go do the crime if you don't want to go do the time. Why if it's Lucci? He did the crime. And he came home and did the time. A lot of people did the crime and they read it and got their time cut. That's why I respect YF and Lucci, because he know what he was getting into. He know the sacrifices and the decisions he made. And guess what? You didn't hear that man ratting. You didn't hear him that he tried to cut his time. And that's why he should be respected. People that be ratting get more respect than the people that just flat out say, you know what? God, I accept what I did. I know what I did was wrong. I put my family in home. I put myself in home. But I'm going to go lay down and do this time. And when I come back out, I appreciate why I would never do it again. Talk to me, D Phlo.
So I'm going to break this down. I'm going to break this down for you real quick, bro.
Talk to me.
None of this stuff, in my opinion, is a coincidence. This is all a system, okay? If you put the black father in prison, now the household has no father.
It's divided.
It's divided. So now the son, the son of the mother, now he's grown up without a father, and it creates a cycle of the same thing over and over. Their father went to jail. He got locked up. They grew up without their father, and then they get into the same types of things because they don't have a father in the house to stop them from doing it. So, the mother's not able to stop from getting in the streets, and it creates this cycle. It doesn't always go that way, but that's one of the things that happens a lot, and this is not a coincidence. I'm speaking on it because I feel like we have to realize what's going on. The government is purposely, like you said, putting them bullets, easy to get the guns. There's all kinds of guns in the streets. They're not even trying to crack down on that. All the illegal guns that get stolen, everything, getting sold in the streets. This crime is being perpetrated on purpose by our government. They're pushing it in the music because there's government interference in music to make sure that those prisons are full, because the prison system is a system that makes money. They profit on the prisons being full.
You dropping them jewels, man.
So
come on, man. You talking to somebody out here. You letting them know, man. The prisons is made to make money. So they want you to make the wrong decision. They want you to do everything that you doing. They want you to pull that trigger. They want you to take somebody's life. They gonna make money off you on the rest of the days of your life. So you gotta think about it, man. They putting it out there for you to make the wrong decision. I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to pull that trigger. I gotta put that trigger down. I don't want to take that man away from his family, away from the family tree. Everything that he might work for, I'm gonna tell you, because I want to be bitter. I'm salty. He beat me. He winning. He got the bag. He got the jewelry. He got the Rolex. He got the fancy cars. But if I just work hard, I could get it too. I don't want to stop the family tree. D Phlo, you dropping them jewels, boy.
Yeah,
oh
I
my
mean,
God.
the reason why I'm speaking on this is I feel strongly about this.
D Phlo, I think you black a little bit.
I mean, I've been around the black community a lot in my life.
Gotta say this one more time, D Phlo. I hate to cut you off, but every time I see you a damn text message, and I want the world to listen to this, man. I be forgetting sometimes when I text D Phlo, he is a white boy. I love that nigga to death, but you gotta respect he is what he is. And every time I send him something, and I send him an emoji with the muscle on, I send him a black one. D Phlo sent me a white one. And I said, come on, bro. Can't you just send me a little darker one than what you sent? But I realized that you is white and everybody not going to be your kind, but everybody respect your kind and everybody understand your kind. And that's one thing I love about you, because you just not one-sided. You could just look at the white side point of view, but you look at all sides. And that's why I love you, and that's why I respect you, because you don't just take your side. You be honest about all sides, all different races. And in the world need to understand that everybody that's white is not just racist. Everybody just not all for their kind. It's white folks out there for all kind that represent all people.
I'm putting it like this.
Come on now.
There's been a lot of bad things that's happened in this country. From the beginning all the way up until, our parents lived in times where times were different. Up until now, because there's still things going on in the world. And I feel like the reality is I can understand why some people would have a problem with white people. I have a problem with the shit they did. I'm white and I don't like what the fuck they did. I got a problem with them motherfuckers.
Man, I ain't never said a white person got a problem with white people.
Well, I don't have a problem with white people. I have a problem with the shit they've done and the shit they still do.
All right.
I don't have a problem with anybody based on their race because I don't judge people on race. It's a look in people's eyes. I can come up to a white person, the way they look at me because how I look, I can immediately
look like a
tell.
Black person, man.
Like they'll judge me, and if they they give me that little funny look, I know I can already know.
You ever got that funny look before?
All the time, because my girl's black. You know what I'm saying? So and so I get that look all the time, but I
that black pussy, huh? I'm fucking with you, man. Stop playing. But nah, man, I respect.
But no. What I'm saying is like I understand that there's been a lot of bad things that happen, and I hope it stops soon. But one thing I will say is I feel like it's time to move on from every side. At least try, because when is this going to end? This division. I feel like the white people, whatever white people out there feel like they're better than anybody because of their race. Stop, because you ain't better. What's better? What's better about you? There's nothing better about being black. There's nothing better about being Spanish. None of that shit. We have differences, but we got to stop looking at any of that. It's time to let it go and just say, look, we're just one people. We're all human. We all are the same race. Let's just let it go and move on.
Most
you know what I'm saying? Like that's just, and it's probably easier for me to say because I'm white, but I'm only saying that because I want to see the world be better. I want to see it heal from this shit.
Most definitely.
And if my voice can help do that, I would like to use it for that reason.
Most definitely.
But look, I want to get into this topic right here. Okay,
let's talk.
So we got the killing our own name gangster. In your words, what does gangster mean to you? What's the definition of gangster to you?
Oh man, you say gangster. Gangster to me is being a provider for your family. Gangster to me is changing the people around you and changing their perspective. Gangster to me is open opportunities for the other people. Gangster to me is going to get that young man from out that situation and showing him a better opportunity. Gangster, that's gangster to me. That's gangster to me. But that ain't gangster to everybody. Gangster to everybody is putting a pistol in that person's hand, putting that person in a position to make money, but also threaten everybody's life. That's gangster to other people, but gangster to me is moving your family out the hood, taking one of them kids that's at risk and put them in a better situation, give them a job opportunity. That's gangster to me. What's gangster to you, baby boy?
Gangster to me is taking care of your family.
Come on now.
Gangster to me is taking care of your kids. Gangster to me is making sure your kids get everything that they need, whether it be the knowledge, or whether it be just the money, whatever it is, the time. Gangster to me is being a good person. Gangster to me is trying your best to evolve and change the world in a positive way.
Come on now.
Gangster to me is defending your family. If we want to equate gangster with violence, we can do that in one way. If somebody comes in your house and you handle that shit, you defend your family. If somebody tries to mess with your kids in some weird way, you handle that shit. I'm not saying you got to go out and kill them, but you handle that shit.
Come on now.
Like you stand on business. That's what gangster is. Standing on business doesn't mean that somebody owes you money, so you go shoot them. It don't mean that. Gangster to me is doing the right thing, letting go of those old ways. Gangster doesn't have to be all about going out and doing crazy shit. Anybody tries you handle that shit with violence. That's not gangster. That's not gangster, because that kind of gangster going to get you locked up. You're going to lose your life over that type of gangster. The real gangster, number one, is just handling your family.
Come on now.
Handling bills, making sure that your kids are good. That's gangster.
Most definitely, D Phlo. Coming from New Orleans, man, I had to understand what gangster is and what smart is. What smartness is. A lot of things that I thought was gangster wasn't smart. It was dumb.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that I think that was smart is excellent.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like the environment that you grow up in, that you're around, gives you what the definition of gangster is?
The environment of what you grow up around give you most definitely of a sign of gangsterness, because how you had to survive, the circumstances you had to overcome, the things you had to do, what you was willing to do, and what you was capable of doing, most definitely. And a lot of times I love being from New Orleans. A lot of people love to go to New Orleans, but I hate to say I'm from New Orleans because being from New Orleans is the first thing they do is label you as a wrong person, as a bad individual, because of some of the decisions New Orleans people once made, and which they still making to the day. And that's why I want people to understand when I go back on July, we gonna be going back together. Come on now. We going back in July to talk to behavior children, mental health behavior children. And one thing that we gonna preach to them is, it's not where you at, it's where you willing to go. It's not what you willing to accept, it's what you willing to work for. And I realized, D Phlo, 2015, I was working at Harris Casino, and I had to make a decision of what I wanted to do. My mama was staying in Houston. I was staying in New Orleans. One of my kids was staying in New Orleans. One of my other kids was staying in Houston. And one day, it hit me and said, you know what? I'm going to jump on this bus, this Greyhound, this 6-hour, 7-hour ride. I got 7 hours to think about what I'm going to do with my life. And D Phlo, man, it wasn't easy. Because all I know was hustle. All I know was sacrifice. All I know was getting it how you live. Whatever it takes to get some paper, I was willing to do it. And 7 hours on that Greyhound, not having $1 in my pocket, pulling up to all these gas stations, not able to get off to get you some chips, a soda, water, nobody able to see you nothing. I had a long 7 hours of deciding what the hell I wanted to do with my life. And when I made it here, I started working a $7.50 hour job. Man, come on. Shit. Man, I worked overtime, double overtime. And guess what? When I got paid, guess what happened? Child support took shit. But I was still determined to try to be the better person, determined to try to keep working. I was determined to keep growing. I know that job wasn't enough. I know I had a lot of responsibility, but I trust and believe in God that I was going to figure a way. He was going to make a way. I had to put my trust in him. I had to do what I had to do. I had to make a way. I was working overtime. Child support was taking overtime. My baby mama was getting overtime. My child was trying to figure it out. I was trying to figure it out. I was wondering why life was being hard. I was ready to give up. I was ready to kill somebody, but I know killing my own kind was gonna hurt somebody. It was gonna hurt the family tree. Look at me now. I ain't kill him because I know that it was gonna take away from, everything that I put in work for.
Right. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this.
$7.50.
If you feel like you're in a position where you need to kill somebody, I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. Get about your city. It's time to go. It's like people just stick around for the shit. Like you done built this environment that you're in where you feel like you got to kill people for respect or whatever the case may be. The only way you're gonna get it, because we got to get into the solution to this shit. How do you stop it? If you are in an environment where you feel like you got to kill people for the respect of the people around you because you have to be that dude, you know, people can't know they can fuck with you. Once you get in that position, maybe it's time to get up out of there. Your hood, your city, it's not the only place to live in this world. If you go somewhere else, people ain't checking you on respect. People don't even know you. They're not worried about if somebody owes you money, if you're going to handle it. Maybe it's time to go. There's other opportunities. Don't waste your life away going to prison because of the people around you, what they think. It's time to, you got to just leave. It's time to go. Relocate. Go somewhere else where you can get around a different environment and don't be around the type of people who are on that type of shit. I understand that's all you know. I get it. I've been there. I understand what it's like, because if you would have asked me what was gangsta
Come on now.
10 years ago or 5 years ago, I would have had a different answer. I used to think gangsta was about, if someone owes you money, you got to go handle that shit. If somebody disrespect, you got to handle that shit on the spot. I used to live like that. I understand what it's like. So I'm not judging nobody. But you know why I don't live? You know why I don't see things that way no more? Because I don't live in the same place. I had to relocate a couple times. I had to readjust my circle, had to readjust my life and who I am. I had to go somewhere else and get around different people and decide on what is gangster. Gangster is a whole different thing to me now. But if I had never left, I would have the same definition of what gangster is. So I feel like the solution is stop spending your whole life in your city expecting something to change. If people around you are dying, it's only a matter of time till you're next.
Come on now.
It's time to get away from those people. And you know how hard it is to get away from your circle when you still live in that city? They got ties to you. They don't want to let you out that shit. They don't want you to go and upgrade because they're making money off you. You're their partner. But you know what? If you're in another city, that partnership don't really matter. The calls stop coming in. You know, they got their own shit going on. Now you're in a new city. Relocate.
Most definitely, man. Say, D Phlo, I appreciate you keeping it real and tapping in with killing your own kind and gangster, baby. Man, that shit mean a lot to me, you know.
For sure.
But we gonna end it off like this.
Yeah.
I got that killing your own kind and gangster. If I turn a gun on you, I might as well turn it on me. I ain't just killing you, I'm stopping a family tree. Mama, I don't want to do the time. Mama, I don't want to do the time. Mama, I did the crime, but I'm afraid to do the time. I don't know what the judge might give. I don't have the money to get a lawyer, but they gonna give me a lawyer. The lawyer they might give me might cost me everything. So if I don't want to do that, I don't want to go through everything that they willing to do. If I don't want to face the time, then mama, I don't want to do the crime. I don't want to turn a gun on them. I don't want to turn a gun on nobody. I shouldn't be pulling guns. I should have think about every consequences and everything that I'm willing to risk. Come on, mama. Listen, if you pull a gun on them, you might as well pull a gun on yourself. You ain't just killing them. You stopping a family tree. You don't want to kill a future. You don't want to stop the growth. You don't want to kill anybody. You don't want to face the time. You don't want to do the crime. You should never face the time. If you going through any situation, anything that challenge you to want to kill somebody, you should hit your knees and ask God to show you the right way. And God ain't going to never show you to kill no person, to kill nobody. The best way to defeat the enemy, the best way to show the person that you ain't got to kill him is walking away and being a bigger person. Guess what? I ain't just got killing your own kind, ain't gangster, but I got that guidance hoodie on, that guidance hat on, that beanie on for a reason, because when you searching, when you looking, when you need guidance, when you don't know where to go, when you going through everything, when you dealing with every problem, every situation, baby mama problem, child support problem, eviction notice, repossession. Hey, God always got a way to guide you, always got a way to guide you to the right direction. I got that guidance on. If you just look at it, if you read it, if you understand it, God gonna guide you in the right way, the right direction. I ain't just wearing it because I know I'm wearing it because he showed me, he guided me in each and every way. All the things that I used to go through, God had to show me, he guided me, he led me, he was the GPS. I ain't just wearing it for just because it look good. I'm wearing it because God guided me and showed me the right direction, the right way to everything, to every way, to every opportunity. We ain't just leading, we just winning. Man, D Phlo, I appreciate the opportunity. You looking good with that killing you ain't gangster. And we look good together, man. Shout out to that boy from Blessing Us. Shout out to
We
that
appreciate
guidance.
it. And I definitely agree with guidance. If you want guidance in life, one of the best place to go is God.
Let me see you
Period.
put that hoodie. Let me see you put that on, D Phlo. Let me see how good that look. Ooh.
If you want to get guidance
on,
in life, the best place to go is God. Guidance. You see what it is? But I do want to tell you this.
D Phlo, give me my shit, man.
I'm about to take that shit. Killing your own ain't gangster. Period. It don't matter what race it is, it ain't gangster. But all right, dog. We'll see you on the next episode.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of smoke right there, D Phlo. Yeah. That's a lot of smoke right there.